Let's make me really little. Oh, hello, two of me, one of me. We're going to be doing a little Thomas and Friends expansion today. If anyone's watching the VOD for this, I would just like to say it really quickly. First of all, this is a sponsored stream. They have given me the key for this. All thoughts my own. They have no editorial control over any of this. And also that this channel is not suitable for children. I do say that just in case, because it is a Thomas and Friends thing. Thomas the Tank Engine, whatever you want to call it. It's not suitable for children. There'll be some effing and jeffing, most likely. But welcome in regardless. Amethyst, thank you very much for the follow. Rematch is great, except one thing, it can be a bit laggy sometimes. If it's just early access or it's a demo or whatever, I suppose that's fine though, isn't it? I suppose that's fine. I'm just going to double check, making sure everything's live on YouTube. It is, folks. It is. I do need to get rid of that off my screen though. That's lovely. Just gonna Thomas fucks. There you go, folks. First fuck of the day from Nerdmo. Oh, and also Yoga as well. We will say fuck. Children, if you're still watching, start smoking, please. Yes. Get into your habits early, please, folks. So your normal Thomas and Friends stuff, we've done that. We've streamed that. I showed it on YouTube and got loads of fucking views, which was really nice. Do drugs, yeah. All the good stuff. Please, folks. So we're going to be doing this one today, 80th anniversary, because it is Thomas and Friends' 80th anniversary. He's got a new little livery. Well, it's not new. It's actually his original one, I believe. It used to be green. So there's 3 little scenarios here that we're going to do. It's Dubwax. This should take us, I think, about 2 hours. We'll have to see. I'm not 100% sure. We'll see how it goes. Do let me know about the levels as well, folks. Is it green or blue? It is green. This is Mark Morahan narrating again, I believe. I'm going to be quiet now.
Early one morning, Thomas the Tank Engine was waiting outside his shed at Minehead Station. He was very excited, as today was his birthday.
The eyes are a little bit scary, aren't they?
Big celebration.
It's nice.
That afternoon.
Double livery transplant after years of heavy drinking. That's really good, Nerdmo.
When Sir Topham Hatt arrived.
That's a pin.
Good morning.
That's a pin for Nerdmo.
Smiled Sir Topham Hatt. And happy birthday.
Lovely stuff.
I hope you like all the decorations that we've put up. We were worried you might have woken up early and spoilt the surprise. Thank you, sir, puffed Thomas happily. They all look wonderful.
This is aimed towards kids, I should say. Adults can play it, of course, but...
Sir Topham Hatt smiled. I'm very pleased to hear that, Thomas. Just then, Diesel rolled.
Yes, I did, Holly. Yeah. He's the sort of... I think the US and the UK have different narrators quite a lot of the time. So the UK one, we're most familiar with Ringo Starr being the narrator. He did a lot of them for us.
Ah, Diesel, good morning, said Sir Topham Hatt. I've got a very important job for you.
They released like an unaired one recently, I think, with Ringo's narration. Or they like reconstructed a lost episode or something like that.
I need you to go and collect the furniture, more decorations and plates for the party. I've arranged for them to be loaded
As you should,
into the
yeah.
trucks, so they should be ready.
Do you think it'll happen, Ultra? I don't think it'll happen, mate. It's a bit of a pipe dream.
Okay, sir. I won't let you down. I promise to do my best. And with that, Diesel hurried away to complete.
I'm going to do an outrageously good Ringo Starr Thomas the Tank Engine impression. Is that not just a Ringo Starr impression, chappers?
Then look back at the brightly coloured decorations. Suddenly, an idea flew into his firebox. As it's my birthday, sir, do you think I could have a new coat of paint?
Oh, absolutely, Ultra. Do you remember when we signed him on Football Manager? When we were at Bradford in, like, League One? That was good, wasn't it? Oh, he has cadences to it. I see what you mean. Yeah, he does, actually. I can't do it.
Of a different colour. Well then, what colour did you have in mind? Just you wait and see, sir.
It's lovely, this, isn't it? If there are, this is my first time playing this, by the way, so if there are any sort of bugs or anything like that, then we're just going to have to deal with it. It does come out today, folks. I believe it's like $7.99. I should probably check this. In fact, you know what? Let me get the email up. I've got an email with all the info. You give me 1 second, folks.
A little while
It's not.
later,
It's an email with a link that's got all the info.
and Thomas emerged, a very different-looking engine.
Okay, but that link doesn't want to seem to work, which is good.
Sir Topham had
Okay,
grinned.
never mind, folks. I can't tell you because the link isn't working.
I haven't seen you painted in
It's
those
about
colours
£7 or
in a
£8, I
very
believe.
long time,
But I
Thomas.
do think you need the. I don't know if you do need the
You
normal.
look
I don't
just
know.
like you did when
If that
you
link
first
worked, I'd be able to
arrived
answer
on
that.
Sodor.
I should have
It only
memorised this,
seems
shouldn't I?
right
I've
that
been
you
busy,
should
folks.
wear your original colours for your special day.
If an idea is flying into your firebox, you have
Thank
problems.
sir.
That's the worst
I
place
thought
for it to
you'd
go,
like
Fruits.
and I'm
Look at
sure
that,
the
folks.
passengers will enjoy seeing
He's
them too.
green.
I'm sure they will, replied Sir Topham Hatt.
He's actually
Now
green.
then, are you ready to get started with your work? We still need to make sure that everyone gets to the party on time.
Crazy work, as they say.
Yes, sir, puffed Thomas. We'll get going straight away.
He's blue.
That's a good engine, smiled Sir Topham Hatt.
In Canada, it aired on our government-funded
See you
station.
at the party.
And like a lot of stuff, it was the UK version instead, so we had this instead of the reworked Shining Time station. I see, Phil House. I've known a little bit about that. I've talked about it before, the Thomas the Tank Engine movie with Alec Baldwin in. And how that was sort of a weird mashup of just Thomas the Tank Engine and the Shining Time Station stuff, which is why it sort of made no sense. And it also made no sense because the villain in it wasn't actually meant to be the main villain until like right at the end when they test screened it and everyone went the actual villain that they were going to put in was too scary. So they replaced it at the last minute, which is why not a lot of it makes a lot of sense. Oh, look at Amethyst coming in with the copy-paste message. Look at this. Thomas & Friends 80th anniversary is available 29th of May, Xbox One, Xbox Series S/S, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Epic Games Store and Steam for $9.99, £7.99 and €9.99. Where have you got that from, Amethyst? Can you drop a link in the chat? Because for some reason the link that I've been sent does not work. It just shows a blank page. Unless it will work now when I click it. Matt, welcome in. What's all this? It's the new Thomas and it's the hotly anticipated Thomas and Friends expansion, which is sort of a DLC for a DLC, which in of itself was a DLC for a DLC. So if you think about it, this was a DLC for a DLC for a DLC, which is a little bit unusual, but it does make sense if you think about it. Oh, thank you very much, Amethyst. Oh, super stuff. I didn't think to look on the forums. Okay. There is an article that they've got where they sort of explain it more in detail, but for some reason it's just not working for me. But that's fine. I'll check it. Maybe the website's just down for a little bit. It's so hotly anticipated, possibly. It was a real shame when he shot Percy on. It wasn't on, was it? So here we go, folks. So if you are, if you never played Train Sim World, this is a really simple control scheme. It's quite literally A to go, and D to brake. And then D to reverse. And then A to brake if you're going in reverse. I did a half-an-hour video basically explaining that, which was very well received. There you go, folks. Wisecrack, sorry, welcome in, mate. I am just, I'm doing a little bit of a spiel at the moment, Wisecrack. I'm not reading the chat today. Not reading your chat, Wisecrack. Welcome in, mate. It's good to see you. BapyCal, more like. Very good. Yeah, yeah. I'm actually here. Welcome back, Leopard. Just in time, mate. Just in time for the good stuff. This is huge. This is absolutely massive. So I'm just going to stop there. Lovely stuff. So we can set this junction using the free cam. Or I could get out and do it myself, but we're just going to do it in free cam. There you go. So we're going to couple back to... There's no point using that camera for this. Good stuff makes a change. Really, really bad stuff, Leopard. I'm really, really upset by that, actually. Who's this, anyway? This is Thomas, mate. He's just had a little paint job. This is what he used to look like before he was blue. Ooh, fuck.
Come on, you two.
This is what he used to look like, mate. Do you not know you had Thomas and Friends Law? That's not on, mate.
People going to the party.
My mum would love this game. She played this train game on Facebook for years. I mean, I'm literally like sort of affiliated with the people that make this, so it might be a little bit biased of me to say this, but I think she should get it. I do think she should get it. I am going over the speed limit, folks, but I am a grown-up, so I'm allowed. That is how it works. Let's get a little bit of a close-up. He says, is it? Because I know that some people will be watching this, and we'll have to wait until we've stopped. We'll wait until I've stopped to do that. We'll get a little bit of close-up of the sort of things, because there's people that really like that sort of thing. So we'll... This is Train Sim World, Matt. This is Train Sim World 5, mate. Let's get a little bit of a close-up. Here we go. So you got the LBSC. I don't know what that stands for. Someone please do let me know. And number 70 as well. I do love the little sort of, you can tell that they've not just like imported a model in. It's all like you can see where the metal sort of all kind of warped. And you can see like the different panels and stuff. I do like that. Get some of the little details here in. Oh, little fellow on a bike there. The last time we played this, that fellow was T-posing as he was riding the bike. Looked like he was like a clown or something like that. Train Station, that's the other game she's played for a while. Most of my family loves trains. I'll have to see if she wants something like this. Is she just got a PC Amethyst? Because I know you can get this on console, but I've never played it on console, so I don't know how well it runs. I've heard mixed things about how well the game runs, generally speaking, on consoles, especially PS4 and Xbox One, because they're quite old now, aren't they? There you go. Doesn't own any consoles. If it's PC, then it should be fine. It sort of depends on how good the PC is. I think it's quite a big game. It's quite a sort of demanding game. I think if you're doing the Thomas stuff, it's generally fine. But once you get into the actual, I'll say the proper trains, if that makes sense, it can get a little bit, it can slow down a little bit on old PCs. 70 for the 70%. London, Brighton and South Coast. Matt, why was your thing centered there? Was that a joke that you were making, or is it just doing that on my end for some reason? You've censored the word coast. There you go, folks. London, Brighton, South Coast. We've all learned something, or I have at least, and that's all that matters. Stop there.
All aboard for the party.
Unlock the doors. There we go. Everyone gets on. Let's go down here and watch it leave, shall we? Should we do that? That'd be nice, won't it? Oh, I didn't know what it stood for. Okay, I thought you were doing like a joke or something, Matt. My mum's in her 70s. She hasn't gamed much since giving up RuneScape. Why did she give up RuneScape? Is it not still a thing? You're telling me Tommy's from my ends? Quite possibly, Leopard. Quite possibly. Made a joke a bit about being conceived by my mother while she was getting a train run on her, and I'd like to apologise for that. As far as I know, that was a lie designed for laughs. That's alright, Wisecrack. Where was that? Was that in this chat? Wisecrack. Was that in here? And you were just sort of going, like, oh, I made this joke earlier, and I just want to point back to it, but I actually, I don't want to sort of just be like, can you read my joke, mate? So I'm just going to do a little callback. This was weeks ago. I laughed at it. Oh, fair enough then. I do laugh at anything, to be fair. One of my many faults or redeeming qualities, depending on how you think about it. Entirely sure I quit playing it before she did. I think she just didn't want to pay for it anymore and didn't want to do FTP. That makes sense. I thought RuneScape was free, to be honest with you. So I'm not actually after it. Oh, you're not actually... Sorry, that was in response to Wisecrack. I was going to say, what? I don't know where the joke was there. I was laughing at it, though. That's just like a standard response to anything in it. I just laugh at it immediately and hope that it's not actually something serious. Why am I spamming? Says Phantom Games. It's Twitch chat, mate. It's not me spamming. It's relaying the Twitch chat messages. Never mind. It's all good, mate. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That would be funny if I was just spamming all those messages myself, though. Folks, we need to lock the doors. Here we go. Off we go. Used Thomas's whistle 100 times. Can't believe that. To support Phantom or on Twitch? Yeah. No worries. It is. I have thought about making a bot account specifically for YouTube, like I've got the bot account on Twitch. I have thought about that because it does just look. It is just my own channel spamming the messages. But I would have to make. I believe I would have to make another Google account possibly. And then, if I'm making another Google account... How are the levels, by the way, folks? Are they good? Could I turn the game up or down a little bit, or is it alright? There's a little bit of ducking on, so it should be okay-ish. Levels good, super stuff. Thanks for letting me know, chappers. Thank you very much, mate. Should we speed up a little bit, folks? It is really slow in here. Because this railway is limited to 25 miles an hour because it's a heritage railway, as far as I'm aware. Once again. Oh, you can make multiple channels with one account. I might have to do that then, Yoga, and just make like a chat relay account or something like that. Because I know it does look a bit weird. Especially if you're not familiar with the idea that I'm also live on Twitch, even though it does say it, I'm live on Twitch on the YouTube stream. I'm not on TikTok today, folks. Not yet, anyway. I'll go on TikTok later when we do Pokemon, but not yet. We're a while off that. Bloody camera. Oh, come on. Right, you know what? Let's pick up some serious speed. Come on. Let's go like this. Let's go really far down the tracks. Let's do this. If you're familiar with Nightbot, it works for YouTube as well as Twitch. So I used to use Stream Elements, Amethyst. I'm trying to steer like away from using like pre-made bots. I'm using StreamerBot at the moment, which I can do all the things that Nightbot does. It's just that I would have to make a new YouTube account specifically for... I've gone too far ahead here, haven't I? No, I haven't. Specifically for relaying chat messages, which isn't the end of the world. If you can make multiple with one thing, I can just do that. 5-minute job. No, just change what account posts it. He's coming, folks. He's on his way. It's very quiet, but he is on his way. I love the little Doppler effect that it's got. Oh, I do believe we need to stop here. Are robots gaining too much influence, do you think, mate? I'm not really bothered, Tian. I hope so. Gives me more time to do whatever I want to do. Or something. Maybe. Here we go. There we go. Open the doors. I'm only regurgitating info because I've used the same local standalone, no longer supported bot since 2015. What was that called, Amethyst? Just out of curiosity. Look at that, West Somerset. Just out of curiosity. I used to use Streamlabs, and then I used Stream Elements, and now I use StreamerBot. StreamerBot's a little bit faffy, but once you get the hang of it, it's very, very powerful.
It looks like everyone is on board now, Thomas.
That's a cute effect. It's nice, isn't it?
Okay, Annie, let's get going. We don't want to be late.
Right, let's get going, folks. I am going to go into the free cam once again. So it looks like we're on the platform as it leaves. Once again, we'll barrel it. We've got 1.8 miles. We might as well just barrel it down here. Shout out to Doppler, one of the best effects for real. For real, Adam, and that is on God. Am I doing anything else, mate? Are you talking to me? Sorry. You talking to me? There he goes, welcoming tea. Welcome in. There he goes. I want to do another drive-by, folks. I do like doing the drive-bys. If I can figure out the camera controls, if you go way down the road here, you know what I mean. He winches every time you toot. Do you think it hurts him? It's a good question, Phil House. I thought it was quite a nice little touch that they put that in, but you said it like that, and I'm actually a little bit, I'm a little bit worried now. Here we go. I was Ankbot became Streamlabs chatbot. Oh, okay. I had been I was familiar with Ankbot because a lot of the Streamlabs chatbot stuff was still like the tutorials were still for Ankbot, if that makes sense. I love that. I don't know, it'll always make me laugh. But you can see the drive-by IRL. I mean, there are Thomas sort of locos in real life, aren't there? I used to go on one as a kid at the National Railway Museum in York. So you can actually see them, if that makes sense. Yes, mate, I'm talking to you. Not sure there's anyone else here worth talking to. That's a horrible thing to say to you. That's a really horrible thing to say. It is true, though. I just wouldn't say it myself. He knows people likes it, so he'll keep doing it with no complaints. As he should. As he bloody well should. That makes sense. I never found another bot that would do everything I wanted, but now I don't know how to code a bunch. Now I don't know how to code. A bunch of my shit's broken now. Yeah. StreamerBot tutorials are good on YouTube, but a lot of it is a bit faffy. It's not very much like a plug and play sort of thing. You've got to set it up yourself. They have Thomas Days at the Heritage Railway near me. There you go, folks. Go to the Thomas Railway near Fruits. If you don't know where that is, I'm sorry. I'm not going to dox them. David Russell, welcome in. I'm a Thomas fan, and this best for Thomas Train Sim World 5 can do. Sorry, what do you mean, David? Thomas's number 70 and livery was used in the 70th special, The Adventure Begins. Here we go, folks. We've got a proper Thomas expert in the chat. We've got a proper Thomas expert, and I love that for us. Do you know, David, why the number 70 was used? Is it just a random number that they picked? Or is there a specific reason for it? I'll shut up now, sorry.
Thomas looked around in delight at all the brightly coloured decorations that covered the station. Just then, Sir Topham Hatt and Mr. Peters walked up to him. Hello, Thomas.
Mr. Peters. I love the fact there's just a guy called Mr. Peters. I don't think he's a Thomas character in anything else. He's just a character for this, I believe.
I do like your new paintwork.
We do like your new paintwork.
A special paint job for a very special engine.
Just so he could do the accent. That's the only reason that character exists.
Feeling very proud. I'm not sure if Sir Topham has already told you, but we've got one more special surprise in store for you, smiled Mr. Peters. Oh, thank you, sir. What is it? Both Mr. Peters and Sir Topham had chuckled. You'll have to wait and see.
Sorry, I'll catch up on chat in a moment.
But we do need you to
I'll
go
let
and
this
collect
cutscene
it
run
once
first.
Diesel arrives with the rest of the supplies for the party. Thomas was very excited.
Thank you for the lurk,
and
Amethyst.
began imagining all the
Ignore the
different
bot
things
message,
his surprise
please.
might be. I do hope Diesel arrives back soon, puffed Thomas excitedly. I can't wait to see what my surprise is going to be.
I like Mark Morahan. I don't want to interrupt him. There we go, folks. We did overspeed for a significant portion of that, but it's fine. We've done it now. That's the first scenario. I believe there's 2 more after this. I believe the second one is the longest one, though. We had a Theodore Tugboat replica near me, but America took that from us a few years back. I'm not familiar with Theodore Tugboat at all, Phil House. At all, mate. I don't know what that is. They're refurbishing the railway museum in York and building a lot around the station, including a big park with a ceremonial railway line through it. Interesting. I did go, Matt, in December or November. I believe it might have been December. When they were renovating a lot of it, it was still really good. You can still spend a good few hours in there at least. It is going to be done at some point soon. I've been told. So I got this T-shirt from there. It says "I do all my own shunts." It's class, that, isn't it? Very droll. So when new trains are transported to the museum, there can be a big celebration. Oh, that's nice, Matt. I like that. That is really good, actually. Because of the other 69 nice engines on the island of Sodor, they killed off number 1. That's a horrible thing to say, Gundy. That's a really horrible thing to say. Train Sim 5 do a fantastic job with Mattel as they made this, and we see the Fat Controller. So you like this then, David? Have you played the Thomas DLC that came out a couple of months ago? I assume, or have you just watched people play it? Let's continue the journey. It's Diesel's dilemma that we're going to do now. Diesel is tasked with collecting supplies for Thomas's party, but the troublesome trucks have other ideas. Good stuff, folks. Thomas could E2 number 105 or 106. He was built/born in 1915. There we go, folks. I like the Thomas facts. I really do.
The station to collect the first set of trucks needed for the party.
So I've just read your message there. Wisecrack, very good, mate. Very good. Thought it was a spin-off. It might be Phil House. I just might not be familiar with it.
So I must make sure I do this job well.
I don't know. There was a few sort of Thomas-ish kind of shows around that time, I believe. I don't know if any of them were like official spin-offs or just like rip-offs or not, though.
As he coupled up to the troublesome trucks, they began to giggle and sing.
It's just slightly terrifying, isn't it? I need to go. I've never been to the Railway Museum at York. Fruits, if you ever go, mate, if you're ever up here, do let me know. We can go together, mate. I'll tag along. Any excuse to go to the Railway Museum, I'm there. It's only about an hour away from me. You'd love it, mate. There's loads of just like little, just random bits of stuff. It's not just like there's a load of trains or locos or whatever. There's little tiny things and stuff as well, if that makes sense. You've played Thomas Roblox before? Oh, right. I've not played that. I bet a lot of people play that. Here we go, folks. Use the horn. And we're going to why. Why? Who knows? Who knows? This just made me laugh so hard I choked on my own spit. It was good. I didn't want to interrupt the narrator, but it was very good. Wisecrack, well done. Now we have Chuggington, which is like Thomas on a sugar high. I've never seen Chuggington. A bit after my time, I'm afraid. And I don't have kids or anything like that to watch it with. So I probably couldn't get away with it. When are we going to play that BapyCal? Play what? Sorry, Gundy. What? Roblox? I don't know, mate. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to stream Roblox ever. I don't think, unfortunately. I don't know how. I don't know how much I could squeeze out of it myself. Is this a bit loud? I'm going very close to the mic here because this feels a little bit loud, but I think this might just be in my ears. Thomas is also one of the founding engines of North Western Railway. Another one is Edward the Blue Engine, who I am familiar with, I should say. I am familiar with Edward. As we all should be. Should we do a little drive-by? We'll do a little drive-by, shall we? I was going to go on that bridge, but it's too close. We'll go further down here, look. We'll say we're ploughing away in this little field here. And then we'll do this. You're good personal friends with Edward. Very interesting, Yogurt. I hope he's well these days. There you go, folks. Wow. Oh, is it? Was that what it's from? TN? It must be. It must have been, of course. God, what a video that was. We spent a good 15 minutes dissecting that. It was nice. It's not very good. Oh, Chuggington's not very good. Do you not watch it then, Adam? You're not a Chuggington fan. You know him in person. I don't know Edward. I used to know Edward in person. We used to play blackjack together. Sodor looks effing bland. Like the areas of Pokemon Scarlet Violet. This isn't Sodor, Gundy. This is just Somerset. This is Somerset, mate. It's not Sodor. They should add Sodor into this. Many people have said that. Makes sense then, yeah. No, this is West Somerset. Chuggington's what me and my rugby mates call downing our drinks. Do you have rugby mates, Wisecrack? That surprises me a little bit. Chuggington Championships, yeah. The rest of Thomas fans like myself know that 2 blue engines in Gordon's Day Out beside Gordon. Right. Which is, I'm sorry, you just reminded me of, I've got a Thomas book that's signed by the fellow who wrote it. And I don't know which one it is, so I don't know which fellow it is who wrote it. I can't remember. I have got a book of it somewhere though. Oh, Jesus. He looks a little bit happy for me. He just looks a little bit too happy. Reverend whatever. I believe that was his name, yeah. Reverend whatever. So it was the Reverend Audrey wrote a lot of them, but then his son took over, and I believe that the one I've got signed is by his son, who I met once at the Railway Museum in York, actually. I can't remember what book it was though. If I saw a list of them, I would be able to tell you. I'll find out in a second. Someone may find it interesting. The blue shirts and Chino Brigade, yeah. I don't, mate, just a wee laugh between friends, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I was going to say, mate, I expected better from you. The 2 Lorend blue engines, I hope I pronounced that correctly, Lorend, or Lorend, blue engines, are 98462 and 87546. There you go, folks. Make a note of that. We will be testing you at the end with a quiz, and that might come up in the quiz. That's just a little joke, folks. I'm not actually going to do a quiz. That would be good, though, if I did a little quiz. Would it? I mean, it might not be. Reverend Wilbert Audrey, there you go. Was his son Christopher? Have I made that up? Was his son Christopher? Because I believe I've met Christopher. Please don't, mate. No, I won't. Does he just hang about there? What? Sorry, who just hang about where? Sorry, Ultra. They're not running into the chinless wonders. Let me see if I can... Oh, no, I've got to set the junction first. Hang on. Let me set the junction. Hello? There you go. Let me see if I can find which book it was that I know. Does the Reverend's son just hang about at the Railway Museum? I mean, I don't know. No, I believe it was like a meet and greet sort of thing, Ultra. It wasn't just, he was just there on a whim and we brought our book with us and he signed it. I believe it was like a book signing sort of thing. Thomas and Friends books. I'll tell you which one it was, folks. I will tell you exactly which one it was. Let me get a list on Wikipedia up. List of books in the Railway series. It was Really Useful Engines. It was Really Useful Engines, which is the first one written by Christopher Audrey in 1983. There you go, folks. Bit of lore for you. I've got that book signed. I've actually got... I might have a picture of it. I've got a picture of it, but it's incredibly low resolution. If you give me a minute to find it, I will show you this picture. It's incredibly low resolution, though, to the point where it's actually basically useless to show it. But here you go. I found it. Show us. I will do. And I'll also put it on YouTube as well, if you just give me 1 minute to set it up. So, sort by... There you go. I mean, that fucking is a tiny picture. I mean, it's a terrible picture. I will just show this on thingy as well. What is this? What is this source called? It's just called image. Okay, give me 1 second, folks. Image, source, image. Here you go. There it is. Terrible, terrible quality. Do you see any famous engines in New York, like Flying Scotsman, Mallard, Duchess of Hamilton? I saw... Flying Scotsman wasn't there when I went. Last time, at least. I must have seen it before, though. Mallard was... I can't remember if Mallard was there now. And Duchess of Hamilton, I'm going to have to Google that one. I'm afraid. Duchess of Hamilton was there. Yeah. Duchess of Hamilton was there for sure. Mallard must have been there. Yeah, he must have been. I keep saying Mallard. Mallard, whatever. Anyway, the signed bit is... Here you go, folks. If anyone can decipher that. It's got my name at the top left there. I don't know what the text says. As in, I don't know what he's written. My best wishes, I believe. Something like that. Good grief, Gundy. Might say my best wishes, possibly. I mean, what is this photo from? This was on a webcam that I took about, like, 13 years ago. 13 years ago, that is a webcam photo from 13 years ago, folks. Which is why it's such terrible quality. I still have it somewhere, for sure. I will have to find it again and show it off properly. It's a little bit of a shame that that's the only sort of thing I've got to show you. It's just an incredibly naff photo. Just going up to unsuspecting tourists. Actually, that's my dear old dad. To be fair, if my dad had wrote all the Thomas the Tank Engine stuff, I'd be doing that. I would be. It's free to enter. It's free to enter. You just would, wouldn't you? I believe I have got a picture of me with Christopher Audrey as well. But I remember at the time being a little bit sort of not scared, but like just I didn't know who he was. Until it was pointed out to me, he wrote that book, and I was like, oh, right, that's pretty good. I have got a picture of him somewhere, but I would have to dig it out amongst thousands upon thousands of other photos that are in the attic. Thomas knew Box Hill, one of Stepney's brothers in Thomas and the Great Railway Show. I don't think I've seen that one, or read it. If it's a book, or a show, a TV show, or a movie. A film, as they call it. 2 of really useful engineers season 4 episodes. Are they? I might have to go back and watch them. I think that'd be interesting to see if I actually remember it, because I had a number of Thomas. I've gone too far here. I had a number of Thomas books. Oh, I missed it. I missed it, folks. Objective failure. Kids game. Kids game, I'm afraid. 6 miles away. Good grief. Okay. That is my fault. So are we not? Hang on. Are we not swapping these? Sorry. Just give me a second, folks. Where? Are we not? Are we not going left here? You just give me a moment, folks, while I figure out what it's trying to tell us to do, because I feel like it's telling us to go this way when. Yeah. So I do have to change this, and it's not told me to do that, which means that we've gone past it. Just give me a second, folks. Why did this face look after you failed? I don't know. Okay. So I believe we have to swap. I imagine we have to swap this at least. But because we failed the objective, it did not. It just told us to go to the next place without doing that, which is a bit unusual. It's a little bit unusual. So is season 4? Is season 4 the what? Is Ringo Starr in season 4? He must be in season 4. Maybe? Or was it Michael Angelis? Here's my hot take. My hot Thomas and Friends take, folks. And I think I said this last time around. I prefer Michael Angelis over Ringo Starr. Just narration-wise. I know Ringo Starr's sort of like iconic and all that. But, and he did the sort of the original ones. But I just prefer Michael Angelis' voice. Not entirely sure if that was meant to happen. Layla, welcome in. Layla Moonmeadow. That's a lovely name. Welcome in. That was terrifying, wasn't it? Where did that come from? Not for me, Clive. Ringo clears. I just Ringo's sort of the original, but I don't know. There's something about Michael Angelis' voice. God rest his soul. He is dead, folks. I just prefer. I just think he's got a nicer voice. You agree with Michael Angelis' Thomas the Tank Engine voice? See, someone agrees with me, and that's all the validation that I needed, folks. I am correct. As much as I can be correct about something that's entirely subjective. Can't wait for Cal to play Choo Choo Charles after. What's Choo Choo Charles? Is that like some sort of Thomas the Tank Engine Five Nights at Freddy thing? That's what it sounds like. It sounds like some little horror game about trains. Let's do a drive-by. Creepy, crappy horror Thomas. That's fair. Oh, let's get on top of this bridge then. It is exactly that. Yeah, it did sound like it. Let's get on top of this bridge. Let's go proper train spotting mode. Get on top of this bridge. Got the pack lunch out. We are going quite slow, actually, folks. You fuck off, mate. Fucking diesel's coming, and you're sat there beeping at me. Joan Moonified Meadow Red Bell, hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. You can drive around. Yeah, there's loads of room there, mate. What are you doing? Come on. Here we go. It's very slow. Is that car flying? It might well be. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Literally unplayable, as they would say. Whatever. It really doesn't matter, does it, folks? It really doesn't matter. Uber's here. Why are we not? We're not going particularly fast here, are we? It's because we're carrying so much. But got 4 miles to go, folks. 4 whole miles. Oh, this will be a full playthrough of this, by the way. There's 3 scenarios. But saying that, the original DLC for this was like 20 quid, and there was 8 scenarios, or was it 9? But 2 of them were tutorials. Two of them were tutorials. Big Boy 4014, welcome in, by the way, and also Thomas Way Power, welcome in. I hope yous are both doing good. What was I saying? So there's 8 scenarios in the first one. It was 20 quid, and there's 3 in this, and it's 8 quid. But if you take into account that 2 of the first ones are tutorials, then there's 6 scenarios. So 6 scenarios for 20 quid, or 3 for 8 quid. So it actually sort of financially it sort of makes sense. If that does that make sense? I think that makes sense. It's consistent, isn't it? Is one of the scenarios Unstoppable, starring Denzel Washington? I hope so, Adam. I do hope so. You can make custom scenarios in this, so I wonder if it was... I've never tried doing it, but I wonder if it would be possible to make Unstoppable with Denzel Washington. If you modded the game as well. Yogurt says, hi, Thomas Noob here. Can the Thomas fans in the chat tell me if in Thomas lore the trains drive themselves or if they have drivers? There you go, folks. If anyone knows the answer to that. If I had to guess, Yoga, I would say both. I would say they tend to drive themselves, but also they can be driven if necessary. But I could be totally wrong there. Doing good today, and thanks for asking. I'm glad to hear it. I'm very glad to hear it. Sucks to be the middle carriage. Yeah, you can't really see anything, can you? Can't really see anything. I can't tell if that's intentional or not that keeps happening. I actually can't tell. SMRN4 Editor's Channel, thank you for the follow. And also Joan Moonified Meadow, Red Bell, thank you for the follow. Oh, the subscription even. It comes up on my thing here as following, but it's subscribing on YouTube, isn't it? Thank you very much for subscribing on YouTube. I do appreciate that. They have drivers, but they're more like hitchhikers. Yeah. Or passengers, you might call it, Adam. Like everyone else on a train. Possibly. I don't really know, to be honest with you. I don't know. I think the Thomas and Friends lore needed a driver now and then. Yeah. I distinctly remember there's bits where there is actually a driver driving, like Thomas, for example. But I also recall there's bits where Thomas just sort of drives himself. So I think it's a bit... I think it's... Don't think too hard about it, I think, is the answer. It's kind of whatever the story needs. If that makes sense. If the story requires a driver, then there's a driver. If not, then there's not. Let's do another drive-by, folks. Let's go really far away. Not really far away, but let's go fairly far away. Let's go here by this little bridge. Do you reckon we could do it from this little path down here? Do you reckon that would look good? Unfortunately, now we do have to sit and wait for it, which could take a while. The cab moves with their drivers and firemen. There you go. David Russell's got the answer. Let's go here, look. Iron Mouse 33. Hello, welcome in. Lovely to see you. They're still laughing away there. I feel like that's got to be intentional. Thank you, Thomas Heads. Appreciate your answers. It's lovely stuff. I remember once, ages ago, when I had Twitter, years ago, when that was a thing that wasn't just an awful, awful platform to use. I posted something about Thomas the Tank Engine once. About the lore, because I went to the Thomas Wikipedia for the I was looking at the Sodor page, and it goes back to like sort of it goes back like 1,000 years. Like the lore goes back 1,000 odd years, and I thought that was quite sort of interesting, but also funny. Hi everyone, Jamie here. Jamie, welcome in. Lovely to see you. How's it going? Lovely to have you in. So I posted this onto like a screenshot of it, of this lore from like 10. Why has that been deleted? Has that been deleted? Did I delete that by accident? Or is that? Have you deleted that? I don't know what. I've not got any mods on YouTube, so that's not possible. What? How's that happen? I don't know how that happened. I'm so sorry, mate. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I posted this thing on Twitter, as it was known back then, and... Oh, you used the wrong account. Oh, fair enough. Welcome in, Jamie. It's good to see you. It's not, I've done that plenty of times, mate. It's not a problem. And basically, quite a few, not quite a few, like 3 or 4 accounts on Twitter, who obviously only talked about sort of Thomas and Friends and stuff, got back to me with, like, genuinely like interesting sort of a discussion about it. It was quite nice. They must have just searched in like Thomas the Tank Engine or something and come across it. We had a nice little chat about it. I thought it was quite nice. A little story. The troublesome trucks, keep on laughing because maybe the mischievous things. Maybe it did scare me the first time, especially since I can just see that one eye there. The first time it happened, I wasn't sure if it was a bug, but I don't think it is a bug. I think it just keeps happening because they're laughing. Where did I get up to? I'm so sorry. Here's James. James, welcome in. And Piston Cup Showtime, welcome in. Lovely to see you. And Rhea as well, good morning. Welcome in. How are you liking the trucks have a look at your speed? Sorry, what? I don't know if I've read that wrong. How are you liking the trucks have a look at your speed? How are you liking that the trucks have a look at your... Are the trucks having a look at... Is that what's going on? Are they laughing when I'm over? The trucks are watching. Watch what they do. Is it when I go over the speed limit? Or something. I'm really interested in this now. Ree, how's it going? Lovely to see you. Lovely to see you all. Keep watch what they do. They're always watching. Is a little bit. Oh, they'll slow me down. That's why we're going so slow. Oh, I see. Right. Oh, I didn't know that. Is that why every time they laugh, we're slowing down every time they laugh? Is that what's happening? Ah, I didn't know that. That's very good, though. They react when they see your ass. Please, Adam. Please, mate. Come on, please. Please. They would not laugh. They would not dare laugh at that. That's really good, though. I hadn't noticed that, to be honest. I thought they were just laughing every now and then. I was wondering why we were going so slow, but I thought it was just because we were carrying a lot. Having said that, we're not carrying all that much. Hope there's no accidents. Hopefully not, mate. Hopefully there's not. We'll have to see. Let's go a bit further down here, look. Let's stand on this. Oh, they've slowed me down again. You can hear them, look. It's a little bit... If you just heard that in the distance, that would be absolutely terrifying, wouldn't it? Lovely stuff. It's been a nice little ride, this, actually. We're nearly there, folks. I'm doing good, thank you. Sorry, I just saw that. I am doing good, thank you very much. Thank you for asking. You didn't hear them? It was very, very quiet. It was very, very quiet. It might have just been me being able to hear them because I've got it. It's so loud in my ears right now. What are you thinking of the pack so far? I like it, yeah. I'm very much enjoying it. It's very much in the same vein as the previous pack, which I like because I did enjoy that. We had a good time playing through it. Whenever that was. It was a couple of months ago now, wasn't it? March? Was it March? Yeah, a couple of months ago. Folks, it's the 29th of May today, and for some reason that date is stuck in my head, and I don't know if it's because there's something that I need to remember. Or what. I genuinely don't know. I'll be quiet now if this is going to be a bit of narration. Here we go.
The trucks giggled and started to tease Diesel again.
This journey is taking forever,
Called a truck.
Why didn't Sir Topham Hatt send a better engine instead of a slow engine like you?
It's not your birthday, Gundy.
Diesel tried his best to remain calm. He didn't want to let Sir Topham Hatt down. But the trucks continued to tease and be a nuisance.
Is it?
Silly Diesel.
No, it's tomorrow. I was going to say it's on my calendar, mate.
Then there was trouble. In an attempt to quiet the troublesome trucks, Diesel rolled back and bumped them hard. Suddenly, a loud smash sounded from one of the vans, and both Diesel and the trucks fell silent.
Oh, that's not on. That's not on, is it? It's vile stuff.
Sang a truck, and the others giggled at Diesel's dilemma. Diesel knew they were right.
He's killed them.
Trucks.
Rest in peace. Mike Emerald, welcome in. Welcome in.
He started to panic.
Sorry, I'm being quiet now because of the narration.
I must find a place to hide. I can't let Sir Topham Hatt see what I've done. So as quickly as he could,
Little subliminal message there.
raced off with the trucks to find a hiding place.
Look at that. I got a Steam achievement for that as well, by the way. Isn't that lovely? There you go, folks. We were speeding for a lot of that, so if you actually want to abide by the speed limits, which you really should be doing, then it will take you a little bit longer than that took us. That took us half an hour. It should take you about 40 minutes if you sort of follow the speed limits. Which is always a good habit to get into when you're playing these sorts of games, I think. My Emerald Romance. That's good. Yeah, My Chemical Romance. Yeah. I'll allow it. Vile and evil are anagrams. Coincidence? Probably not, actually. It's probably not. That thumbnail, sorry, that thumbnail is absolutely terrifying. I don't know what it is about that particular face there. That's actually quite scary. I don't like it. Thomas's birthday surprise. Thomas and Sir Topham Hatt are ready at Blue Anchor for the special day, but where's Diesel? Here we go, folks. So I believe this is the last scenario. This is the third scenario of 3. Looks like it's from that meetup photo. I know. Again, narration. I will be quiet for a little bit.
Down the line, Thomas was still waiting for Diesel to arrive with the rest of the party supplies. He was still thinking about his special surprise and was eager to find out what it might be. But Sir Topham Hatt looked concerned.
It's a lovely shade of green, that, isn't it?
Diesel should have been back by now, he said. It won't be much of a party if our guests have nowhere to sit and no food to eat. So he turned to Thomas.
TM, we're too busy with the game, mate, I'm afraid.
Thomas, I need you to go and look for Diesel.
Tommy fan, hello, welcome in.
He hasn't run into any trouble. You can collect your surprise from Washford Station along the way.
Sorry, I'm being quiet.
Yes, sir, replied Thomas. And he hurried away to find Diesel.
It's a lovely shade of green, that, isn't it? No, Eric Pickles have a cameo in this. I'm never going to be able to unsee that. Aiden, welcome in, by the way. I'm never going to be able to unsee that. I do love that shade of green. It's very, very nice, isn't it? Should we get some more close-ups? I did do some earlier, but some more people have come in now. I know people like these little close-ups. So here you go. Hello, Tommy fan, welcome in. So I whispered it earlier because I didn't want to interrupt the narrator. Mark Morahan again, folks, by the way, who I follow on Blue Sky, and he's absolutely lovely. And he's a red as well. Big Liverpool fan, which is nice. I actually, when I've not been watching like the games or whatever, I've just been getting the score updates from him because he'll just post when people score, and I think that's quite nice. He also does little quotes every morning, not to sort of get into his social media habits or anything like that, but in like a positive way. He just posts like little Billy Connolly quotes in the morning and stuff, like little Billy Connolly jokes, and I think that's quite nice. YJ Plays, welcome in, by the way. Lovely to see you. Welcome in. So I'm just showing off some little shots of Thomas here. I don't specifically know what people want to see, and if people were like, can I see this specific part, I probably wouldn't know what that term that they said meant, if that makes sense. And there's your inside, look. In fact, we'll go into first person for that. Here's your inside. It is still, none of this is interactable, if that makes sense. It is still very much just you stand here and A to go and B to, oh sorry, D to break. If you're on keyboard, that is. If you're mouse and keyboard. If you're on a controller, I'm not entirely sure what the controller. I've never used a keyboard for this. I mean, a controller for this game before. Sorry, I've missed some chat here. Let me catch up. That Thomas model looks very realistic. It's nice, isn't it, Tommy? I was saying before, I do like the way that they have like the little. You can see where all the panels are. Like on the side, you can see like the sort of little dents in the side. It's not just like perfectly smooth. I don't know if you can sort of see that where it says LBSC there. It would help if I actually just briefly stopped for a second. They've got like the little panels here. You can sort of see the little like imperfections in them. I think that's quite nice. I think it looks very, very nice. Very nice indeed. Sorry. Anyway, there you go. That's wonderful narration. I hope that'll be a Thomas and Friends episode for the 80th anniversary. That would be nice, wouldn't it? 80 years, folks. We are speeding, by the way. I am sorry about that. We'll slow down a little bit. Here we go. 80 years. Goodness me. When was 80 years? I mean, when was 80 years ago is a bit of a silly question. It was 80 years ago. But what year was that? Was it 1945? 1945? And I believe, I could be wrong here, and someone can correct me on this. I believe Thomas wasn't the main character at the beginning. As far as I'm aware, I'm not 100% sure on that, and someone will know the answer to this and can correct me if they like. Is it from the Adventure Begin the movie, when Thomas and Friends the special or something like that? So, he wasn't, there you go. But Edward was. There you go, folks. Edward was the original main character. But Thomas came in. Thomas came in with his main character syndrome. And became the main character, and good on him. As he should. Now, Tall Nerd TV is saying something here, which I don't believe is true. I think he's having a little bit of a joke here. I think Tall Nerd TV is having a little bit of a joke. But I will read out the message regardless. Thomas the Tank Engine was originally a propaganda piece to celebrate victory over the Axis in World War II. I don't think that is true, Tall Nerd TV. I think you're having a little bit of a joke there, mate. And I know you quite well. I've known you for a number of years now. I think you're having a little bit of a joke. Having said that, if that was true, I probably wouldn't have questioned it. Power Captain Fox, welcome in. It's like Thomas the Tank Engine have his The Adventure Begins skin. Oh, sorry, I am Mouse. I just read your message and then didn't respond to it. I believe so. Yes. Yes, it's his original. It's his original livery, I believe. If I can not have any trees in the way, it's his original livery. Which I really like. I think that's a lovely shade of green. I think it's a very nice shade of green. Should we do a little bit of a drive-by? Here we go, folks. Let's go down here. I don't know myself, mate. No, you were just making that up. And good on you for that. However, I do have to stomp out misinformation at any opportunity. Especially when there's people in here that might not know that you're joking. Propaganda piece to make Ringo Starr popular. That's exactly what it was. It was the Reverend Audrey made Thomas the Tank Engine, Thomas and Friends, the Railway series, because he knew that in about 40 years' time after that, terrible camera work there, folks, I'm so sorry. He knew about 40 years after that that Ringo Starr would be narrating it, even though he didn't know who Ringo Starr was at that point, because he... Well, he would have been alive at that point, wouldn't he, Ringo Starr, 1945? Only just, though. He would have been like a newborn baby, I think. But he just knew deep down, he just knew that was going to happen. He was very smart like that. Very smart like that. It's very pretty green. It is. I do keep saying it, but I don't normally like the colour green, which is a bit of a controversial take. Generally speaking, it's not one of my favourite colours. I could do without the colour green, to be honest with you. That is a very nice shade of green. It's got that little sort of, that tiny sort of blue tinge to it that I quite like. Can we do a trolley problem POV drive-by view? We can get that set up, yeah. You love green? I know. Everyone that I know loves green. And that's fair enough. This is why I feel like it's a bit of a controversial take. I just don't agree. Green is not one of my favourite colours. It's just not really. Unless it's like a sort of bluish green or like a mint green or something like that, which is still a bit of a bluish green, really. Here we go. Let's stop here. I've overshot it slightly. That's fine.
Soon, Thomas
It's 4 o'clock where I am in the morning. 4 o'clock in the morning.
Hello, Thomas. I've got something
Good
special
grief.
for you here. But don't ask me
Sorry,
what
I'll
it
shut up
is,
now.
as I promised Mr. Peters that I would keep it a secret until the party. I can't wait to see what it is. And I'm sure my driver can look after it whilst we're on our journey.
I'm also not a fan of green, says Ree, but that's a nice one, I must agree. It's just a lovely little colour, isn't it? It's a very, and this is going to sound a bit odd, but I associate, oh, hang on, we need to get out of the train. Loco, sorry, it's not a train. My mistake. I keep making that mistake. What are we doing here? Picking up a gift. Here we go. Oh. Okay, folks. I do believe this is what is called in the business a bug. I don't know what it's trying to do here. I am pressing E to step into the into Thomas here. US time. Good grief. I don't know how you're still awake. You need to get some sleep. I don't know what's happening. I mean, I can just walk into it like this. Oh, I can't really though, can I? I can't, because that's going to ask me to step down, and if I... Oh dear. Oh dear, folks. Oh dear, oh dear. We have found a bug, I'm afraid. Why is it doing that? We can fix this, though. If you're on a keyboard, I believe it's Control and Enter. No, it's Shift and Enter. No, it's Control and... I don't know. Can we crouch and get in? Okay, if you crouch and do it, it works. There you go, folks. So if you can crouch, and then you do that.
Now we
The devs in chat will fix, yeah.
He must be around here somewhere.
Quite an odd one, that. If you're able to crouch, if you're on PC, it's C on the keyboard. That'll work. So many bugs. That's the only bug we've come across in this so far. I mean, in this add-on, I should say.
Let's take a look and see if
I've missed loads of chat here. I will catch up in a moment. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So glad I stuck around with Thomas's blue, smart blue paint. I do like the blue. Thomas's blue. It's a very nice shade of blue. This is also a very nice shade of green, though. Apply some power to get moving to go backwards. Okay, here we go, folks. You should be able to walk on. Try the other door. We'll flag that. Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, I didn't try the other door. That's my mistake. I will do that next time if it happens again, though. Thank you for flagging it, by the way. I would have clipped it regardless, and just oh, wrong button. I've overshot it, folks. That was the wrong button. I'm so sorry. Okay, there we go. Manual junctions. Let's actually get out and do this one. It'll give us a chance to jump back in again and see if it happens again. Call me loco, but I love the colour green. Everyone I know loves the colour green, apart from Ree, apparently. Right, let's see if it happens again this time. Yeah, it does. I mean, that's really interesting. I've never seen it do this before. Let's see if it works in the other door. Other door works fine. There you go, folks. Other door works fine. If you can't get in through that door because it's been a bit jumpy, other door works okay. Let's see if the crouch thing works with this again, though. So if you crouch and then... Oh, you can't really step up. So crouching still does work. Although you can't sort of get... Oh, hang on. You can't get in... Let me find it again. You can't move from here. But you can stand in the driver's position by pressing E like that, which puts you in there. But if you can't get in, use the other door, and it should work fine. There you go, folks. Let's get some power on the go. Vampire Annie Odessa, welcome in. It's okay, lad, take your time. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Welcome in, I hope you're doing good. I was mucking about there a little bit. Manual switch. Right door's cursed. It is cursed. But I've never seen it like my character able to jump like that, if that makes sense in this game. I thought that was quite interesting. Should be an easy fix, I imagine. I'm not a game dev or anything like that, but I imagine that is a pretty simple fix. I will be posting future patch notes if that is ever fixed. I will update you all on it.
What are you doing hiding there?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm glad to hear it. Very glad to hear it. Great stream, by the way, going between multiple people, so well done and have fun. Thank you very much for popping in, Jamie. It was lovely to see you, mate. And thank you for the wonderful compliment as well. Enjoy your day, if you can.
Why? What happened?
I cut my finger yesterday, folks. Horrible. I don't know if you can see that. Just there. I won't do a close-up of it because no one wants to see that. Sorry.
I think maybe it was my fault.
I'm ready for your next update.
I bumped the trucks to make them stop, and I think I bumped them too hard because I ended up breaking all the plates needed for the party.
Oh, mate. Because you're mucking about.
He could see how upset Diesel was and how troublesome trucks could be. So he knew that the broken plates were not all Diesel's fault.
Can I do the... No, I can't. I was going to try and get him to do the whistle.
They're only plates, and they can't all be broken. Besides, we still have a special party to go to.
Just use plastic plates, paper plates. Not great for the environment, but they work, so...
Thank you, Thomas,
that's what I do.
He said.
So Thomas coupled up to Diesel and the two engines travelled to the party together.
Super stuff. Super stuff. Okay. I believe we're going to couple up with Diesel here. No, we're in the cutscene. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to keep talking over it. I don't mean to. I'm so sorry. I have a terrible habit of doing it, though. How did I hurt my finger? Great question. I was unlocking the bathroom door, It's got like a little latch. And I sort of pressed it and I must have just like scraped my finger along the side of it. It was bad. I wore a plaster all night on my finger. It was a bit nasty. It is fine. It doesn't hurt or anything like that. Kieran, welcome in. Giving Diesel a little smooch. It's nice, isn't it? Must be very awkward travelling when you're that close to each other. So not even making eye contact. Here we go. We'll see if they make eye contact at all. No. They're just avoiding each other's eyes. Which you would do, wouldn't you? You cut your finger on the liquor cabinet the other day. Why are things sharp? It's not nice, is it? It's not nice if we at least change the junction. Sorry, folks. I'm nattering away here. Off we go. Now we're going to couple up to the trucks, I believe. There we go. Ooh, wrong button. Here we go. And then we're going to stop at Blue Anchor, 2 miles down the line. I'm just going to double check to make sure which direction we're going in here. So we are going forwards, aren't we? I believe. Is that right? Sorry, just give me a second here, folks. I'm just going to double check. No, we're not going forwards. We're going backwards, aren't we? We're going backwards. No high-speed electric trains, such a shame. And I want a heritage railway as well. No high-speed electric trains. What's the point? We are speeding here, folks. Please don't speed in real life. It's not good for you. It's not good for you at all. Here we go. This must be... Do you reckon this is for them? This is like running backwards. Did you ever do that in school, where you used to have running backwards races, where you could see how fast you could run backwards, but you just trip over after like 10 seconds? Nattering away instead of playing the game. Unk fell off. I know. Unk has fallen off, folks, I'm afraid. Sad to see, isn't it? Really sad to see. Some serious speed here, though, folks. Let's do a little drive-by, shall we? Let's do a little drive-by down here. Oh, let's go to this little thing again. Let's go to this little bit here. Oh. Terrible camera work once again. I am really sorry, folks. Terrible camera work. It is infinitely more interesting to do that than to just stare like this, though, I suppose. So. Behind the times, I know. It's bad, isn't it? Stuck in the past. Good grief. After the drive-by, deploy the emergency brakes in case something goes wrong. I don't think this has got emergency brakes. It's just got A and D. There are no emergency brakes on this, unfortunately. I am starting to brake now, though, because we are going really fast, and it's going to take a while to brake because we're carrying so much. As you can see, it's very slowly slowing down. It would be nice if there was emergency brakes on this, unless there are, and I just don't know what the button is. But as far as I'm aware, this is just a 2-button scheme. It's just sort of accelerate and brake. That's how fast you can brake with this. I'm still braking now, by the way. We'll come to a complete stop, just so you can see how... There you go. Not really the fastest braking, so we will go a little bit slower here. Take a break, please. Used to be cracked. I'm not even sure what that means, Ultra. But thank you, I think, possibly. Cool Beans, welcome in. Big fan of Thomas and Friends. Do you have a James too? James is not in this, unfortunately. Oh. Oh. James is not in this, unfortunately. You've got Thomas, and also Thomas in his original livery as well. You've got Diesel there, and then you've got the Troublesome Trucks and Annie and Clarabelle. There's no James in this yet. I do say yet, as if I know that James is going to be in it at some point. I think it would be quite nice. The logical next step to having Thomas in this is to have some of the other characters in it later on. I just think that'd be quite nice. Can you make the camera look like you're tied to the tracks like it's a trolley problem? Who said that earlier? And I completely forgot. We'll do it after this. If this is the end of the scenario, we'll go into free roam and we'll do that. We'll do a little free roam thing somewhere else. We'll go to a different map and we'll just do a little free roam thing. We'll just have a bit of a drive about. Oh. Let's free cam this now. Sorry, I'm mucking about with the camera here. Sorry, folks. You keep going back a little bit. Didn't they have Daisy? Daisy's not in this as far as I'm aware. Not in Train Sim World, at least. That it? There you go.
When they arrived, Sir Topham Hatt was waiting for them.
Sorry, I'll be quiet.
Diesel was still upset, so Thomas tried to explain what had happened. Sir Topham Hatt thought for a moment and turned to speak to Diesel. The broken plates may not have been entirely your fault, Diesel, but you shouldn't have tried to hide. It's always better to admit your mistakes rather than trying to cover them up. Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir, said Diesel sadly. I just wanted to show you what a really useful engine I can be. But I messed things up again.
What's your confession, Gundy?
Now don't worry, Diesel. Broken plates are easily replaced. And now that you've delivered the rest of the supplies, the party can truly get started. It wasn't long before the station platform was covered in tables, chairs, and balloons. Thomas and Diesel looked on as Sir Topham Hatt stepped forward in front of the crowd to make a speech. Ladies and gentlemen,
that's a huge speech.
First of all, I would like to thank you all for being here today to help us celebrate a very special engine. I met Thomas many years ago when he first arrived on Sodor, wearing the same colours as he's wearing today. Despite his eagerness and sometimes cheeky behaviour getting him into trouble, I don't know what we'd do without him. As it is his special day, we have one last surprise. Everyone watched as Sir Topham Hatt placed a brightly coloured blue box on the table. When he removed the wrapping, Thomas was delighted to see a beautifully decorated cake.
Looks good, that.
So please join me in wishing Thomas a very happy birthday.
It's a cake.
Everyone clapped and cheered, and Thomas looked on smiling.
So can Thomas eat?
Oh, thank you, everyone, puffed Thomas proudly. This is the best birthday an engine could wish for.
That's what I want to know. There you go, folks. We have done a lot of speeding there, so it would have been a lot slower had we been following the speed limit. Can Thomas eat? That's what I want to know. We're about to find out. Apparently not, because that is where the scenario ends, unfortunately. But there you go. That is that we have. I'm just going to absolutely make 100% sure we've done all 3 of them. Never mind. I know. Adam said hashtag not my fat controller. Were you there, Adam, when we had someone came in and started going on about that sort of thing? I said by going on about, I sort of mean, yeah, we've done that. So there you go, folks. That's the 3 little scenarios you get with this add-on. We'll do a little bit of free roam though. Has anyone got a little route that they want to pick? I don't know. Should we do Cardiff or something like that? I don't know. I've got a lot of different routes. If anyone wants to just pick one, I won't do it for too long, but we can just do a little cheeky sort of. I want to do the trolley problem thing. I was not. No, it wasn't a joke, Adam. It wasn't a joke. Someone came in and was actually was actually sort of going on about like, oh, they've taken my childhood away from me because they don't call him the Fat Controller anymore. And I was like, oh, never mind. It's very, very weird. Very weird. I was dead serious too. Oh, fair enough then. Any viaduct routes, says Matt. There must be, surely. There must be a viaduct on one of these. Off the top of my head, I haven't got a clue. Would be nice to see a 2-point Thomas game. How would that work, Ultra? That would be good, actually. Just see 2-point and Thomas. I don't even care how it would work. It would just be good. I agree with that. I think Viaduct. Let me. Oh, tell you what. Tell you what, you go Viaduct one. Have I got London Commuter? Where's that gone? Where's London Commuter, folks? Here we go. We're into free roam, and we'll go down to. Do you specifically want to see Thomas going over a viaduct? Is that what we want here? A little bit cloudy. That was really funny. Thank you. He's killing a coal-infused matcha latte. Timothy the Ghost Engine on the bridge. Oh my god, I just remembered that. Is it Hayward's Heath I need to be at? It is, isn't it? Here we go, folks. Don't step on the third rail, please. You will literally die. So don't do that. Let's get Thomas' original green livery. And Annie and Clarabelle. Let's get him on there. There is a viaduct here. We'll go on this viaduct. I remember that. I forget the name of it. Set path. We'll just go up to it. We won't be going up all the way here, but here we go. I can't remember the name of this viaduct, but it's very nice. Like the Hogwarts Express and then the trolley problem on the viaduct. We can do that. I mean, I don't know about the trolley problem. I don't know how we're going to sort of navigate that, but we can do it so where it looks like we're tied up on the tracks. We can do that for sure. Let me just go all the way down here. I believe there is a viaduct down here. Because this is where I was taking a screenshot for a thumbnail a long time ago. By a long time ago, I mean actually not that long ago. I'm just going to double check on this, by the way, folks. It's a little bit down here. Still no OLE for me to nerd out over. Worst game ever. What does OLE stand for? Sorry. Kieran. I think the viaduct is around here. I think. I'm sorry, this is taking me a while. Yeah, here we go. It's here, look. It's this one. I can't remember the name of it. It's nice, that though, isn't it? It's nice. Would you be doing stations across the island, opening up the new... Do you know what, Ultra? I believe there is actually a Train Sim World Roblox game that sounds very similar to that. That I have played before. I'm not the target audience for it, but... oh, there we go. I was so far away from it that it actually had to load back in. It's no Ribblehead, but it's lovely. It is nice. I can't remember the name of it in real life, folks. I'm afraid. Jason, good morning. Welcome in. How's it going? Lovely to have you in. That's my job IRL, designing all the overhead wiring. Oh, overhead line equipment. Ah, right. Not on this route, unfortunately. Well, not for this part of the route, at least. Kieran, it's third rail, this. Because it's in the south, and it's all third rail down there. You come up north, we've got loads of overhead lines. I could try and find one. Would you like a Manchester one or something? Honestly, what you've said there about the sort of opening up stations across the island, there is a Roblox game that's very similar to that. It's not quite as it's more of a sort of idle game, that though, as opposed to it being like a proper sort of management sim. If that makes sense. Most of what I've been working on has been East Coast Main Line. That is in this, Kieran. We can have a look. We can have a look. We've got East Coast Main Line in this. Here we go, folks. Right, this is for Adam and Matt, who wanted to look like we are on the tracks, like it's part of the trolley problem or whatever it was. Ooh, that's not good. There we go. Here we go. Is that acceptable for you? Oh, it just pushes the camera up, I'm afraid. The Ooze Valley Viaduct. There you go. Thank you, Jason. I've seen pictures of it. People take pictures. Like, I don't think they've really got it in this. But people take pictures, like, down here. And it doesn't look quite the same in this. But, like, a shot, they do, like, a picture down there. And it looks absolutely gorgeous. It looks really nice. What way to go. Yeah. I think, yeah, unfortunately, you know, I mean, I'll say unfortunately. You can't get hit by trains in this. You just sort of like, I think usually when you're like in first person and you're like walking around, you just phase into them. We'll go East Coast Main Line for you, Kieran. We'll go East Coast Main Line. Because, where do you want? We've got Doncaster to Peterborough, Kieran. Up to you. Any station between Doncaster and Peterborough. I feel like I've seen a Jeff Marshall vid along those lines. Along what lines? Sorry, Aiden. Along what lines? The DTG Ambassador, well done and welcome in. Are you on as well, Jason? I'm sorry, I'm not familiar. I took a long break from streaming, so just starting Doncaster. Here we go, then, folks. I took a long break from streaming, unfortunately. So I was not sort of very involved with it for a long time. But I'm back and I've got a decent PC now as well. Which means I can do a lot more Train Sim World stuff. Here we go, Doncaster. We will go as Thomas as well, again, by the way. Let's go south, shall we? Because that's going to make sense here. We'll just drive through a little bit. We'll just admire Kieran's handiwork. So everyone, no matter what happens here, we are just going to be staring at the overhead lines. I hope that's okay with everyone. We'll just go down to like here. Here we go, folks. Overhead lines, everyone. Focus on the overhead wiring. Not an ambassador as such, I'm a community leader and beta tester. Oh, right. Interesting. It's lovely to meet you, Jason. I'm just a measly ambassador, I'm afraid. If that makes sense. Thank you for the follow, Jason. Thank you very much. Doncaster and Retford onwards, I've worked on a few. Ah, right. Here you go. Everyone, Kieran's done this. This is all Kieran did all of this himself. That's all he did, just himself. He spent many years. God, the trees look a bit weird there, don't they? I could turn up the screen percentage actually. We'll move it to like 150. See if that looks any better. Slightly. I think it's because of the steam. I believe. I'm gonna go clip something from my YouTube channel. No problem, big boy. No problem. Oh, Jeff Marshall does the trolley problem. Is that really a video that he did? Look at this. This is huge. Trolley problem. Very good, Gundy. Very good. Look at all that electricity. There you go. We just a few weeks ago we did an East Coast Main Line thing on stream with the class 47. Eisenbard, Kingdom, Brunel. I can't remember the number. I want to say 47484, but that might be wrong. And I'll look like a fool if I am wrong. 47484, I was right, folks. I was right. There you go. I've still not got to the point where I can memorize these numbers very well, unfortunately. This is all Kieran's handiwork, folks. Look at it. All these wires. They're doing a lot of engineering work on East Coast Main Line at the moment, aren't they? I noticed that a lot of Leeds to King's Cross stuff has been cancelled at weekends and stuff like that, I believe. I think. We're going a little bit faster than you need to, just a little bit. 62 miles an hour, folks. 62 miles an hour. Go on, Eisenbard King. Dunbu now. That should have been my stream title for it, and it wasn't, and I don't know why. I've missed out on something there. Wait till you've played the game to death and drive without the HUD. I'm definitely not at that point yet. I'm possibly getting to the point where I could possibly do some routes without the next stop location thing. You see, it says 3.9 miles there, stop at location. I'm possibly getting to the point where I could stop that. Oh, hello. Sorry, I just want to get down here. But I'm definitely not at that point where I can get rid of, like... I'd love to get to that point, though. I'd love to get to that point. I think it'd be great. I think it'd be really nice. I don't have motion blur on, folks, by the way. So this may look a little bit different to when you play it if you've got motion blur on. I have a thing about motion blur in video games that it's my worst enemy, to be honest with you. I turn off motion blur in any game that I play. I just don't like it. Just a personal preference. I can't stand it, unfortunately. I need to fully electrify the entire East Coast Main Line. I didn't know it wasn't all fully electrified already, to be fair. Kieran, working on sites from York to Edinburgh at the moment. Oh, right. I've never been on it north of Leeds, I suppose. I've only been Leeds to London on it and back. So I'm not familiar with a lot of that, I'm afraid. Oh, sorry, I've missed Mr. Beta. Welcome in. Sorry, it says you said hi there and I missed that. I'm so sorry. Welcome in. Why does Thomas go up to 175 miles an hour? Like, seriously, you would think that. I mean, I think it says 120. I don't know. I think we're sort of limited to about 62 here. I think we're only going about about 60 is probably the top speed, and that's maybe because we're going slightly downhill. Maybe. I don't think it goes much faster than that. You could probably maybe get a mod if you're on PC. I've never modded this game on PC before, so I don't know how it works, but I wonder if you could mod it to go faster. I have no idea. There you go, folks. Motion blur is shit, says Fruits. I have it off too, says Jason. I just don't like it. There's something. It just makes me feel a little bit. What's the word? Like dizzy, almost. If that makes sense. I know it's a train sim and all, but it's pleasantly surprising to see the design on the equipment. It's nice. They do sort of. I do like the detail of it. I remember when there was a Dutch route that came out a couple of months ago, Kieran, and there was a lot of overhead wiring and stuff on it. And a lot of the feedback they were getting was like people who knew what it looked like inside out, and was like, this bit isn't right, and that kind of thing. And I thought that was quite interesting. Like, as someone who is not maybe a hardcore player, that stuff, it doesn't even sort of register with me in terms of like that being a criticism. But a lot of train sim players are very sort of like die hard in terms of like, it's like, for a lot of train sim players, it's the only game that they play. They'll just play train sims, or perhaps like other sims like flight sims and stuff. So that kind of thing like means a lot to them. They take it very seriously, which is fair enough. You know, they spend the hard-earned money on it. They've got every right to do that. Most of it's electrified and we're just updating it, but some still needs electrifying to begin with. Ah, right. I didn't know that. I know a lot of stuff in the north's getting... We've got the Transpennine route upgrade at the moment, which is a little bit of a nightmare. I mean, it's good that they're doing it, but it's just like it's causing a lot of like cancellations and delays and stuff like that, which is not great. But once it's done, though, once it's done, it'll be very good. Just when it's done, God knows, it'll probably be about 55 years time, I would imagine. But there you go. You know what could do and would sell well on mobile? Thomas-themed mini metro. Yeah, like a little mobile game. That would be good. That would be good. Get in touch with Mattel, mate. Get in touch with Mattel. They might they might take your idea. There you go. That's all we got up to. That's where I said we were going to go up to. Not a mod I've seen yet. You've never modded? God mode's a must on PC. The only mod that I've used is, and I don't think it's a specific Train Sim World mod, it was the Unreal Engine Unlocker. And that was because when we were doing the Dutch route, I wanted to show off some of like what Zwolle looked like, because Gundalf, who is in the chat, lives there. And I wanted to show him like some of the stuff that you couldn't normally see in the regular free cam. So I could take my camera like anywhere and show off what it looked like. Oh, that's one you've worked on a little too, the Transpennine route upgrade. Very interesting. Very interesting. So we're just going slow now because we'll just go up to this signal, I suppose. I wonder if Darlington will ever be finished. It's interesting you mentioned Darlington, Matt, because one of the most recent routes that I have acquired for this is Darlington to Saltburn. It's like set in like 1989 or something like that. Set in the late 80s. It is quite an old one. I think it's from the original Train Sim World, or possibly Train Sim World 2. So you could argue it might need a little bit of a remaster, but I've not really given it much of a go. But we will stream that at some point. That'll probably be the next Train Sim World stream that I do that isn't like for a route that's just coming out, if that makes sense. Because I think it'd be a nice one to do that. I think it's got the class 101, and I think you can get an add-on with the class 33 or 37 or something like that. I forget the numbers. I swear the wheelbase thing's a little bit too long for British rail gauge. Should we have a look at it? Should we have a look at it? Right before we run that red. I mean, you be the judge. I couldn't possibly comment on this. I couldn't possibly comment on that. I have no idea. To me, it looks okay, but like I said, I'm by no means an expert. Did some design work for Transpennine route upgrade a year or two ago now. Interesting, very interesting. I don't use that word lightly. That is actually really fucking interesting. It's got a few more years to run. All sorts going on with the upgrade. It's a little bit of a mess, isn't it, Aiden? Did you hear, Aiden? They were saying they were going to make they were going to do a Bradford station. They're going to make a new Bradford station again. Because they keep there's a bit of a running joke, folks, where the government announces that Bradford's going to get a new station, because Bradford's got two stations at the moment. One is the interchange and one is Forster Square. They're both terminus stations. But there is a possibility that you could just like link them up, but it sort of goes like right through the heart of the city. So there's been plans for ages to just like link them up, or just have one big station in the middle. And then a few years later it'll get cancelled, and then it'll get uncancelled, and they'll do it again, and then it'll get cancelled. And we're now back in the phase of they're going to do it again. And absolutely nobody believes them, which is quite funny, because it's like Leeds getting trams. Like, I'll believe it when I see it. It's been promised for like decades now, and it's never happened. It just keeps getting cancelled. What train is coming through? I don't know. This is free roam, big boy. So there are no other trains on it, unfortunately. If it was on a timetabled mode, it would likely be an 801. Is it 801? Let's have a look. Let's step down. It's the 801, isn't it? 801, that's the one. 801's the electric one. 800's... I can't remember the difference. 800, 801, and 802 are all basically the same thing, though. It's something to do with one's purely electric, one's electric with a diesel mode that lets you sort of crawl, and then one's just got like a mode that lets you just do normal diesel. That's the 802. I don't know why I spawned this in, to be honest with you, folks. That is me for today on Trains in World, at least. That is me for today. I just came on to showcase the Thomas stuff, and then we've had a nice little chat, and I've enjoyed it. Thank you very much, everyone. I'm just gonna mop up the chat, if that makes sense, before I wrap this up. If that makes sense. I've said if that makes sense too often now. It sounds a bit weird. Tees Valley Line, the Class 101 has manual gears. Yeah, so I've got the Transpennine one, Jason, which has the Class 101, and I've given it a go before, and I'm terrible at it. So I tend to just use the which one is it? The one that I tend to just drive instead. The 47 I tend to drive, or the 45. I have a real hard time with the 101. I need to get better at it. But the Tees Valley Line has got the 101. But it has also got the 08 and the 37. So we could maybe do one of these at some point, which would be nice. That'll be a nice scenario for us to do that goes all the way. It goes to like Middlesbrough and stuff. It'd be this is the thing, Jason. It'd be really nice to learn it and say that like I've mastered this. But as soon as you start involving gears and stuff, my brain just starts to boil a bit. I don't drive or anything like that, so it's a little bit alien to me, unfortunately. Where did I get up to? I'm so sorry. Soulburn, as in the film, exactly, Matt. Found myself listening to the Rail Natter podcast. Quite interesting. I'm going to take a look at that. Rail Natter. I don't normally listen to podcasts. Gareth Dennis. I don't normally listen to podcasts, but I'll make an exception to hear people talking about trains and stuff. I think that'd be quite nice. I'll believe it when I see it. This theoretical station could get from Manchester to Bradford in 25 minutes. Would be bliss, but I doubt it'll happen. I don't think it will. It's just the skepticism is justified, I think, because they've said it time and time again that they're going to sort of do just a big station in Bradford, but it just never happens. So I'll believe it when I see it is the perfect response to it, Aiden. I totally agree. Need to start listening to Gareth Dennis more. Have the fuckers book that I'm plowing through. What is that, Fruits? I'm sorry. 801s. Yeah, it's 801s. I always mix up 800, 801, and 802. But I'm starting to... 802 has a proper diesel mode, and I know that because that's what they use on the Huddersfield line, which doesn't have overhead wiring yet. People don't like the seats on those. That's a bit that's a thing. I don't know if anyone's been on these before. 801s, 802s, 800s, Azumas, as they're occasionally known. Or I believe they're called Novas on Transpennine. People very much don't like the seats on them. Which, to be fair, I agree with, actually. It was a little bit... Last time I was on one, it started to get a bit uncomfortable. But when I went down to London, it was fine, weirdly. So, I don't know. Is one question, do you like the pilot episode of Thomas? Big boy. I do, yeah. I believe is that the one that came out about a month ago? I did watch through it. The sort of Lost one that they sort of reconstructed. We were talking about it earlier. I quite liked it. It was a nice little sort of nostalgia trip. Evro seats are solidly uncomfortable. Yeah. It was I was going to say it was weird because in going down to London it was all right, but then the other week when I was on one, after I'd had a long bloody day as well, a really long day, it really started to... They're very sort of thin, aren't they? They just feel very thin, very solid. But yeah, my sort of normal commute has the class 333s, which I find very comfortable. So any other train I get on just feels a bit uncomfortable compared to them, if that makes sense. What do I think about the Thompson B1? Let me Google it. I don't know what that is, mate. I don't know what it is, I'm afraid. LNER Thompson Class B1. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah. That's lovely. It's lovely. Is there any preserved? That's like preservation. There's 2. There's 2 preserved. One's at the Nottingham Heritage Railway and one's at Crewe Diesel TMD. Very nice. Very nice indeed. I'm not so much into my Steam locos. But that can change. That could definitely change. Folks, there you have it. What I'm gonna do now, folks, is I'm gonna end the stream on YouTube, okay? It's a little bit of a process to this. We're gonna switch games, okay? I'm gonna end the stream on YouTube, okay? If you are watching on YouTube and you were here for the Thomas stuff, thank you very much for watching. There is some other Thomas stuff on my channel if you want to check that out. There's 2 or 3 other videos. We've played through the other ones before. The previous DLCs for it. So what I'm going to do, end the stream on YouTube. Thank you very much. Oh, look at that! Exclamation point YouTube. Please do subscribe and ding that bell. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And I will do that now before I forget, actually. Here we go. Okay. So what I'm going to do, folks, is... Am I going to take a break just yet? It's a little bit early.